beginning of the vlog. So we were set up at 2 different shows. I put a short up of the first setup for the other show, and I'll insert it.
You put in one of these up before? I think you got to get in the center and look that up.
You want me to try?
We'll look the best.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
He was in limbo
All right.
when we started. Thank you.
Go ahead. But then okay, so my boyfriend was at that show that I already put a short up for, but then I was at the Midland Mall, because he was at Pumpkin Fest. I was at the Midland Mall, and I know it's really shaky, and I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. But I was at the Midland Mall, and set up for the Midland Mall was Friday night. Yesterday, I had to go to pink hunting, set up with him, and then drive 35 minutes to my show. And we had to be set up at his show by 9, and I had to get to my show by 10. So it was rough. It was a very rough morning, but we did it. And I will definitely say I will be doing Pumpkin Fest and Cheese Fest every single year in Mankato. Because if I'm being real honest, yeah, I made almost 25 times the booth fee for Mankato. 25 times the booth fee in a matter of 6 hours. Yeah, that's a good day. Do not, don't get that one twisted. That was a good day. And he had amazing stories to tell me last night about it. My grandma's brooms were out there, and everyone kept looking at them and saying, "Oh, look, honey, it's your new ride. Look, honey, look at your ride, babe." And then my boyfriend was standing there, and a gentleman walked up to him, and he was maybe in his 40s, and he's like, "Do you do all this? It's such great work." And my boy was like, "Oh, no. And he was talking about the crocheted plushies, because my boyfriend had the crocheted plushies, the 3D prints, my grandma's brooms, and then the resin pieces. He had all of that out yesterday. Well, and my boyfriend's like, no. She does the plushies, I do everything else. And he's like, but her grandma does the brooms. And he's like, oh my gosh, she does such great work. You don't see this, creative craftsmanship. And I'm like, I laughed when he told me that. I'm like, there's so many crocheters out there. How do you not see that grade of plushies out there? What kind of plushies are out in this world? Because mine aren't, top of the line, but I guess. But my show, on the other hand, I have horrible neighbors. So I'm a mom. I'm a mom of 4, including my bonus child. Technically, I have extra bonus children that, are not my boyfriend's. I have a bonus child that is my daughter's brother on her dad's side. I have a bonus child that is my daughter's and my son's brother on that side. I technically claim 5 or 6 children. I have 6 children. 4 of them come to my house, but okay. This is drifting down. It's on my stand. So I had 2 of the children, because we had all 4 of them this weekend. I had 2 of the kids. He had 2 of the kids. He had the 3-year-olds. I had the 6-year-old and the 1-year-old. Oh my God, my kids weren't being loud, they weren't being obnoxious, they weren't doing anything wrong. They were being great kids. Adam, which is my baby, like cried a couple times. And I'm like, I don't know what you want, buddy. And like I changed his butt, you know, did all that. It just wasn't fixing it. So the one lady, like I have 2 spaces. The one lady that's behind me literally was turned around just staring. And I'm like, what are you staring at? And she would just do that periodically. And then the other older lady on the other, behind the other booth of mine, because I have 2 right next to each other, she would periodically turn around, stare, and then I'm a mom that is sicker than a dog, still trying to go to the shows that I booked because I paid for them, I booked them, it's my responsibility to be there. I signed that contract. Because technically, this weekend was supposed to be the weekend we only had 2 children. We had 4. Whatever. That's not the point. And, you know, we were also double booked. It's not the point. The point is, there are other moms that do this, that have to do the same exact thing. So are you going to scuff at every single mom that has to bring their kids with them to, you know, craft shows and whatnot? My oldest loves going to craft shows. She plays on her tablet, she hangs out, and she gets to look at cool things, and sometimes she, you know, gets to get some of the stuff. She absolutely loves it. But at the end of the show, I had, my boyfriend had to bring me the tablecloths so then I could cover the tables and we could finish setup, or we could finish breakdown for, you know, the first day. So he brings in the 2 3-year-olds and the tablecloths to help me be able to cover up. Then both of them were literally turned around staring and like giving disgusting looks, like, oh my God. What is wrong with the kids being there? They're not being outrageous. Like, they were just, you know, being normal kids, just playing back and forth, and like, they were just running around me and my boyfriend, and then running back, and then running around, and running back. Earlier that day, though, I pushed my stroller, because I had my baby in the stroller. I pushed him around my chairs, and I pushed my chairs forward, and like, I was maybe like this much into their booth, and oh my God, it was like I was like pushing their whole display over. That was the like dirty looks, because she looked at her other friend, she's like, see, you know, nobody has respect for your space. While she's sitting there walking through my booth all day. All day she was walking through my booth. But the only other pet peeve that I had yesterday, and excuse me, I'm still sick. The only other pet peeve that I had yesterday was, people kept walking up and they were like, oh my God, I'm gonna get this. And then like, and somebody else that was with them was like, well, this person can make it for you. And then just take a picture of it and then let's go. Okay, so you want to be rude, disrespectful. Don't ask me to take a picture of my work, because the thing that she took a picture of was my pattern. I don't share that pattern. I don't give that pattern away. That was my pattern. I don't have it on Instagram. I don't have it on Etsy. It's not out there. It's mine. And mine alone. And yeah, take a picture of it and have, you know, that's just rude. Because that's somebody else's hard work that you're trying to take pictures of and show off and have somebody else recreate it. if you would walk up to me and be like, can I take a picture? There was one. I will get to that one. There was one that literally walked up to me and she's like, oh my God, this is my husband's favorite character. Is there any way that I can take a picture of it? And I was like, absolutely. Because my boyfriend had Falcor out at his show, and then he brought me Falcor so that I could have it at my show. And I literally was like holding him and like hugging him, and she's like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah. And then I put him on the table. And that's when she asked me if she could take a picture of him. I'm like, absolutely. Don't get me wrong. If you ask me, I'm going to have no issues with you taking pictures. But ask. Don't be rude. But that's where I'm at. That's yesterday's whole breakdown. And yesterday's coordinator, that's another reason I would like to go out there and do both of those shows that year, or every year, is because that coordinator, she was so worried that we made enough. And I'm like, oh, we made plenty. Like, he kept saying, we made well over, what we needed to. And, she's like, I'm going to make sure we move everything so then, we have more traction. And I'm like, more traction? He's not going to be able to handle it if we're double booked, because the whole reason I didn't do Cheese Fest this year was because I had Sugar Fest. That means we would have to split who goes with who. Or, who goes where and what goes with who. And both of those shows I could take my 3D prints, my plushies, and whatever else, resin, whatever else we have. I can take both of them to both of those shows. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, I am almost to my show, so I'm going to get off of here, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. And I'm so sorry that I, missed yesterday's vlog.